Hello, and welcome to the Stakeholders Report for the end of second quarter 2023. My name is Chris Mahaffey, and I have the privilege and honor of being the Scout Executive and CEO here in the Mid-America Council. And today, we come to you from summer camp. This is the quiet before the storm this afternoon, before classes are finished and the inflatables are full with Scouts this afternoon. Just want to share a couple of quick things with you and invite you, if you would like to come to Camp Cedars during the camp season or even during the off season. We've got a lot of fun things that we're doing out here from a facility standpoint, a lot of great programs we're offering, and we'd love to have anybody that would like to come and visit to schedule a time and let us bring you out and show you what's going on here at Camp Cedars. Two things that have been in the news lately that I want to share with you that are scouting related. First up, House Bill 805 passed at the end of May. That was an omnibus bill from the Education Committee, but in that was school access legislation for Title 36 organizations. We've been working with superintendents and a number of groups for many years trying to gain school access on our own. And thanks to Senator Von Gillern and a whole host of others that supported the bill, we now have school access starting this fall. So our local volunteers and our Cub Scout packs and our Scout troops will get an infographic on how to approach school superintendents as well as individual building leadership to make sure that we arrange for school access and Scout talks and flyers and all those things this fall without classroom interruption. That's a big key we want to make sure that we don't do. All right, the other big thing in Scout news is the NE Eagle Scout Scholarship. That is the Nebraska Eagle Scout Scholarship. This is a unlimited scholarship with three requirements. Number one, be a senior graduating in a high school in the state of Nebraska or 3 counties in western Iowa. Number two, be an Eagle Scout. And number three, attend a school of higher education in the state of Nebraska. This year, in year 0, it's going to be UNO and MCC, but in years to come, it will be any institution of higher learning here in Nebraska. And it's last money in. So if a Scout gets a full scholarship and is able to go to school, this money goes on top of that to help pay for education experiences. We're very grateful to the donors that set this Eagle Scout Scholarship up, and we could have 300 plus young people on this scholarship at a time. But again, it is unlimited. So if you are more interested in knowing what's going on with scholarships here in the state, would love to have that conversation, reach out to me at the email address below, and I'd be happy to have a conversation with you about that. Today, the Stakeholders Report is coming to you from Camp Cedars for a reason. Not only because we want to show you some pretty cool stuff in the background, but we have a huge vision of what this camp property could be or should be. In conjunction with the Gilwell Foundation, we have a number of capital projects that are going on here during the off season and in the years to come. Here's a line list of what we would like to do in the years to come, working with the Gilwell Foundation, and all this is to better serve youth on this camp facility. We also have a really big vision of another piece of property that would not only serve Cub Scouts, but would serve youth in general with a camping and outdoor experience, and would love to have more conversations with those of you that are interested in knowing more about that as well. But we also have some great highlights here. So far, through 3 weeks worth of summer camp, we've served 1,100 Scouts. We've had 144 Scouts that have been awarded a scholarship to come to camp. We call them the campership, totaling more than $15,000 thanks to your generosity by being able to send kids to camp. We also have some great postcards that are going to come to the mail to each of our donors this particular summer, early fall. And let me just read one because I thought this one was great. Camp was fun. I didn't know geology would be that exciting. Archaeology was awesome. I get to paint a table during art. Thanks for making all this possible. So if you're one of our lucky donors that actually gets that particular card, that was actually written by a Scout here at camp, and we will get those in the mail very quickly towards mid-July. So thank you for making camp possible. It's a year worth of programming all in 1 week. We do 5 full weeks worth of camp for our Scouts BSA units, and then 5 weekends worth of our Cub Scouts. In all, we'll serve more than 2,500 people during 5, almost 6 weeks here at camp, plus another 120 camp staff members. That's a big operations to serve families here in the Mid-America Council and units from outside the council. So thank you for your investment in making all this possible. We have a new program that we are rolling out in our after-school programs, and we're sharing with units and one-off type of activities. It's the Invention Trailer, and we're working on a National Robotics Academy as well here for the Mid-America Council, all to promote STEAM and STEM education here. We really want to promote young people thinking freely and using technology to do so. So this Invention Lab is full of 3D printers and laptops and Epilog laser and digital sewing machine and a whole host of other great technological gadgets that scouts are actually going to get to use, put their hands on and be able to print things and use their imagination to make some of this stuff work. So if you want to know more information about the Invention Lab and what we've got going on there, check out the description below here in the video, or send an email to mac@scouting.org and we'd be happy to share that with you. 2 points of service. I want to make sure that we point out our annual service project, Scouting for Food, in conjunction with United Way of the Midlands, collected more than 155,000 pounds worth of food, and that was with 2,800 volunteers and scouts participating in that weekend. So we appreciate all those scout families for doing that. And then we've got a great partnership with the VFW, where we retired more than 1,600 cotton flags for Flag Day, the weekend before Flag Day. We have another probably 4,000 flags to retire that are poly, that we want to do so in a safe manner, but we're not going to let scouts do that because they're all oil-based, but we will have those retired this fall. If you still have a flag that you want retired properly, you can donate those to any Goodwill agency here in the metro area, and the Mid-America Council, in conjunction with the VFW Post, will retire those at Flag Day in 2024. Scouting in the Mid-America Council just wouldn't be possible without your investment in character and your outstanding giving. So if you would go ahead and mark your calendars for December the 6th at 11:30 to 1, our annual BSA Scout Luncheon will feature Clayton Anderson, who is a world-renowned astronaut that is now the CEO of the Air and Space Museum down in Ashland. He'll be our keynote speaker that day, and you're going to hear a lot of great stories, not only from here at camp, but from our scouting families here in the Mid-America Council, about how your dollars are helping grow the next generation of leaders in each and every one of our communities. Thank you for what you do to make scouting possible. I hope to see you this summer or this fall along the scouting trail.